the most important current affairs. First important current affairs. Supreme Court said right to property is a constitutional right. We all know that in India we have right to property as a fundamental right. From January 26, 1950 to 1978, right to property is a fundamental right. By 44th Amendment, we have taken back, we have repealed right to property as a fundamental right. By 44th Amendment, we have taken away right to property as a fundamental right. Supreme Court said that the right to property is a constitutional right and an individual cannot be deprived of his property without him being paid adequate compensation in accordance with the law. If somebody is deprived of his right to property, he should be paid adequate compensation. A Supreme Court bench of judges B.R. Gawai, K.V. Vishwanathan said that right to property ceased to be a fundamental right through 44th Amendment 1978. However, it continues to be a human right in the welfare of the state and a constitutional right under Article 300 capital A of the Indian Constitution. Article 300 capital A of the Constitution. No person shall be deprived of his property except by the authority of law. No person shall be deprived of his property except by the authority of law. Next important news that is coming up today is July 4th, Louis Braille Day. Visually impaired people, visually challenged persons, how do they read? How do they understand things? How do they read things? How do they understand things? So there is a script called Braille script. The script is made up of dots. Visually challenged people, by touching the dots through their fingers, they will read the alphabets and they will comprehend the sentences. Surprisingly, few months back, 2-3 months back, I visited a visually challenged home where visually challenged students are following our political science classes. Now they have a new software where my classes will come to them as a Braille script. So initially it will get translated into script. It will be, the format will be changed into script. Then it will be translated into Braille script. They are reading that and they are writing good answers than we are discussing with respect to Plato and Aristotle. I asked many questions. They have given most of the answers. I got wondered how they have prepared, how they have studied. I'll bring those students to you. They'll have just one laptop. They'll give any answer without looking at the answers, without listening to the answers. With such an expertise and such a meaningful learning, they are learning. And the man Louis Braille, he was also a visually impaired person, visually challenged person. Coming back, India protests China's new counties in Ladakh. India has lodged a solemn protest with China over the formation of two counties in the Hotan prefecture that incorporates territory of India's Ladakh. So, a territory which was in Aksai Chin area, which was in our Ladakh area. Now, China is forming two counties and these counties are falling in the area where earlier the entire sovereignty was with India. Now, the area is occupied by China long back, called Aksai Chin. So, India have issued a strong concern. India have lodged a serious concern, serious protest against this. Along with that, India also have expressed its concerns with respect to China building a mega hydropower project in the Alung Sangpo river in Tibetan name of, Alung Sangpo is a Tibetan name of Brahmaputra. In Tibet, Brahmaputra is called as Alung Sangpo, and it might obstruct the flow of Brahmaputra river water through Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. So this is the issue where India is strongly objecting two things. One is India protests China's new counties in Ladakh, number one. Number two, India protests China's new mega hydropower project in over Alung Sangpo river, which is called Brahmaputra in India. So this is an important thing that have come up. Next, protests erupt in Pithampur over arrival of Bhopal gas leakage waste. 40 years. After 40 years, the Bhopal waste was being incinerated and dumped. The Bhopal waste that they are now trying to incinerate it, and the people in that locality are protesting against that incineration. What is incineration? Burning any waste by actually firing it. Burning the waste is called incineration process. 2 men suffered burns after they tried to immolate themselves. They wanted to immolate themselves. Immolation means they want to set fire to themselves. 2 men suffered burns after they tried to immolate themselves as protest erupt during a call for Bandh in Madhya Pradesh. Call for Bandh in Madhya Pradesh, Pithampur. A day after the toxic waste from the Bhopal gas tragedy incident was moved from the defunct UCC, Union Carbide Corporation factory, to the industrial town. So they are removing the dump from Union Carbide factory and shifting it to the industrial town of Pithampur, and they wanted to incinerate it. They wanted to incinerate it. But in between, people started protesting. 2 people suffered burns. They are not killed, they suffered burns with self-immolation. With self-immolation. Next, HMPV, human metapneumovirus. So HMPV virus now is prevalent in China. Union Health Ministry said that it was closely monitoring the alleged outbreak of HMPV virus, HMPV, in China. The ministry maintained that while China has reported a rise in the respiratory illness, particularly HMPV, India has not registered any unusual spike in winter respiratory diseases. Okay. Human metapneumovirus, HMPV, now is prevalent in China. It causes severe respiratory illness, particularly in children, aged people, and also people with less immunity. And along with other viruses, HMPV is rampant in China from the last 1 week. Complete data is not coming out because China is a communist country, but there is a very big alarm. Yesterday, almost all the important media have given a very big alarm yesterday night about HMPV in China. Okay, HMPV, human metapneumovirus. Central government have banned popular animal painkiller after toxicity is seen in the vultures. The central government have prohibited the production, sale and distribution of nimesulide formulations, commonly known as animal painkiller, after research by the Indian Veterinary Research Institute. The production, sale and distribution of all nimesulide formulations, commonly known as animal painkiller, after research by the Indian Veterinary Research Institute in Bareilly. See, this is not the first case where they are banning something. Earlier, diclofenac was banned. Diclofenac was also banned. See, vultures are very important. Vulture conservation is also very important. Particularly, Parsis conserve the vultures. They fund vulture conservation programs. In India also, vulture conservation programs are going on a full scale. Parsis last rites are conducted with the help of vultures. Do you know, recently Ratan Tata died. For him, they have taken his dead body to crematorium. Generally, in Parsis custom, dead bodies are left to the vultures. They were left in the towers of silence, where vultures should come and eat the dead bodies. Nature should take away the dead body naturally. So that is a Parsis last rites culture. So vultures conservation is also very, very important. India is also going with vulture conservation programs. In this respect, recently it banned nimesulide painkiller. Nimesulide painkiller. Earlier, diclofenac was also banned. For the first time in the country, poverty declines faster in Indian villages than urban areas in 2024. Rural poverty have declined significantly to 4.86% in the fiscal year ending March 2024 from 25.7% in 2011 and 2012, mainly driven by government support programs. So, simple. For the first time in India, In the recent report, it was said that rural poverty got decreased compared to urban poverty. This is the very important news. Rural poverty have decreased compared to urban poverty. The latest household consumption expenditure survey released by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation showed that consumption inequality in rural as well as urban areas declined during August 2023 to July 2024 period compared to an year ago. Overall, I can tell you in a simple format, recently there's a SBI research consumption survey. Recently, there's a research. SBI research on consumption expenditure survey shows that rural poverty decreased compared to urban poverty for the first time in India. This is an interesting and important news. Coming to the other interesting news, Blinkit. You all know Blinkit. Blinkit is now launching 10 minutes ambulance service. But there are many conditions and government regulations and legalities attached to it. It is not that we can launch some service. If something goes wrong, government regulations, legalities are also attached to it. Union Minister, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said that quick commerce giant Blinkit will have to ensure all the legal requirements for its recently started 10-minute ambulance service, that the company has to adhere to the law of the land. Various legal formalities, various laws should be actually followed by the company. Next, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar meets former Iceland president. He discussed about Arctic cooperation. See, long back, there's a question in UPSC prelims about Arctic Council. In that question, they asked you, which of the following countries below are the members in Arctic Council? So, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, Russia, Sweden and US. But the thing is, why the question was asked about Arctic Council? The question was asked about Arctic Council because India have become observer in the year 2013 in the Arctic Council. India got observer status in Arctic Council. For that reason, in that year, a question was asked about members in the Arctic Council. Next, Singapore President Tharman Shanmugaratnam is coming to India on January 15th. So, this is an important and interesting news. Singapore President Tharman Shanmugaratnam will be on India visit from January 15th onwards, which coincides with 60 years of India-Singapore ties. He is going to stay in India for 3 days and he'll also travel not only to Delhi but also to Odisha state. Ahead of his visit, the Singapore High Commissioner to India discussed with Indian government and also Odisha's Chief Minister. Singapore will be the first country to partner at the Utkarsh Odisha or Make in Odisha Conclave 2025. So, this is the interesting news that is coming up. Singapore President is coming to India. The state of California in America have passed a new law with respect to homeworks. Students should not be given excessive homeworks. Okay, homeworks and their life after the school should be balanced. It is not that we should overburden the students with homeworks. This is only for schools, not for UPSC. Okay, done.